Day 5, getting to site. Our insulators are gonna be here. We're really timing this tight because we don't have all of our steel up, but we will by the end of today. So we gotta get all this stuff cleaned out, chains taken down, moved away from the walls so they can get in here and put the fiberglass R19. They are 4-foot wide bat. A lot of guys always ask me about spray foam. I really don't think spray foam is a necessity in what we do. Based on experience, the cost of spray foam in my area is about 4 times higher than fiberglass, and there's no way it is 4 times as efficient when it comes to the cost of heating your building, especially on the walls, because most of your heat goes up to the ceiling. And in that case, my guy that insulates, who could sell me on spray foam and make more money, says don't waste your money on the wall insulation, spend it in the ceiling. But even after that, in my climate, there's a diminishing return in your cost to pay for that more insulation and the amount of savings in your heating bill. Day 5, we're already taking chains down. That's what I love about these smaller builds. It's always kind of a fun thing. Kind of get to try to be a cowboy and try to give your chain a little bit of a width. You guys have probably seen the chains in the videos, and you've probably seen all the white buckets. This was a tip that somebody shared for me. I think these are 2-gallon jugs, and we just put a 50-foot chain. 50-foot chain fits perfectly. It makes it a little bit easier when it's equal size, but oh well. That's just life. Then your hooks stored nice and neat. And you can transport these very easily and store them. We keep them in like a job box. Nice little tip. And you can see here we've got a binder and a chain for each one. So we'll usually use about, this job we had, I think, how many? 12 chains total? Yep, 2 for each wall. That way you can see where our X braces are. We'll leave those on until we get our steel up, which now that's done, so those can come down. And then we usually have 1 on each end for the peak. And this job's pretty small, so we really didn't have to pull the trusses too much one way or the other to straighten out the roof. So I think 12 chains did it, but getting them down, time for installation. So this is R19 4-foot wide bats. They come in 40-foot rolls. Bruce, how long you been installing insulation?
28 years.
28 years. Bruce is one of the best. I mean, the dude comes by himself. He's gonna insulate this thing probably in about, yeah, what do you think, an hour and a half? Couple hours. So what would you do if it was your building, Bruce?
I'll put the fiberglass bed in, 6 3/4 inches.
Okay, well that's gonna give you an R.
I'll give you R19.
Yep, in your wall.
In the wall. And then I will blow a R49.
Okay.
In the city.
Okay. Not pay Bruce to say that. Those were his own words. He's the one that does it. You can spray foam. It is by far a superior product. The question is always, how long will it take to recoup your cost to go to spray foam versus the fiberglass? I'm sure there's a lot of studies on that somewhere. I just know that the cost to heat the shed is not substantial enough to justify, maybe in 20 years you'll recoup that cost on heating. I don't know, could be wrong. So working on these garage door trims for overhead garage doors, and this is a custom trim that we kind of designed based on some standard trims. We used to 2-piece this jamb, and what I mean by that is this one's already on. We used to have a piece of trim that would come around, and then we used to have another piece that would come from this way. That way they would kind of sandwich each other and take away any differences in our post, because with flat stock steel, if your posts are not straight, you will see an oil can in this. So we stayed away from the 1-piece jam for quite a while. Finally decided to just go for it, did the 1-piece, and it has been working out perfectly. Customers love the look. It actually is installed quicker and easier. This piece is all cut. It's got a plastic film. This helps protect it from getting scratched. We put a piece of 2x2 on the outside. That way, if this gets hit, it doesn't totally smash. It's still gonna dent, but just like that. See the corner trims? It's a little bit dark. We run our corner trim down past the base, and then as you come up here, we run it up underneath of our wainscot trim. Okay. So you can see this is ran up underneath here, and we notch out just a little bit so that it can go up and over. And then we'll take a second piece, and I'll show you. It'll come right on top. That way it gives it the appearance of a one-piece trim. Gun from Makita. It's like a drywall gun, but it is not a drywall gun. It runs at 2,500 RPM, which is more appropriate for a metal to wood screw or a tech screw. What I like about it is it doesn't ruin the finish of the screw like an impact does. And if you look at every one of these fasteners, they're all consistently driven to the proper depth where the washer is just getting compressed. And that's by this bit. Basically, once it goes down, it clutches out just like a drywall gun does. So it's the same, it works the same way. Really nice feature is if I turn this on, then it does nothing until you put pressure, which is great. Saves a lot of battery. So multiple layers of steel. It just runs the right RPM so that it, it works efficiently for these screws. Well, we basically made our goal today on day 5. And we're gonna call it maybe day 5 1/4 because we spent a couple hours the one day. As you can see, we got our exterior done other than around our walk doors. Due to that mishap that I had with our steel or our order, we've got the 2 walk doors coming Monday, as you can see. So down here on this far end, we've still got to finish that walk door installation, and then we'll put the steel around it. I don't really like to do it before we have a chance to put the door in because it gives us the opportunity to seal it properly. So this end's done. I got shutters we're supposed to be in today. Maybe they'll be in tomorrow or at least by Friday when we come back. Coming around with the lift right now to put my outside corner here. Gotta put some J-channel down on this door, otherwise this is all done too. Definitely didn't get all the insulation done I thought he would today. Usually this would take a crew about a couple hours, so Bruce is an older gentleman, he's a great guy. We don't need it done today, so no big deal. I told him come back tomorrow. We'll be here Friday, we'll get the ceiling installed, and we'll get our walls framed out. And that'll be it. It's always nice when we're loading up machinery. Even though we're not done, it signifies that we're getting close. Look at that light bar, Greg.